I can remember when he said, "Emmett, open the gate, let me have him one more time."
Emmett, open the gate and let me have him. Here we go.
You'd hear that voice, and that meant, here we go, we're getting ready to start.
He better get my name right. You know, he always says, "Here comes Kay Stevens' husband."
When you ride in the Grand Entry as many times as I have and many other people, you know where he is, and he always has his favorite people that he picks on.
Every time we go into the Grand Entry, he calls Nina from Pasadena. So, you know, we will miss that, and those are the fun times that my wife and myself have really enjoyed with not only Bill, but also Janice.
I think my pride in my father has certainly grown by leaps and bounds. And to see how much the work that he's done here at the rodeo has touched so many other people, families, children, kids, and all the friends that he has, it's a great feeling of pride.
I have always said that Bill is underestimated in terms of his impact on this show.
This world's a better place because Bill Bailey is in it.
Bill and I first met when I became chairman of the barbecue back in 1998. Bill was involved on the Arrigo Texan side of it, and so he kind of went to Tommy Vaughn in 1974 and asked him what he thought about having a barbecue cook-off, and he said, "Let's do it." He really was very influential to the overall success of the barbecue because he really kind of pushed it to be an event that became a full-time committee.
I will say this, he never strayed, I think, from what he really believed. He's blessed with an iron will. I think if he had been made the partner of Eve, he'd be in Eden still. He's that kind of a terrific person.
Bill Bailey is loyal to those who are his friends. He would do anything for you. He would go the extra mile. He would go out of his way to help you. And I think that's why people love him so much. He's just a person that would give you the shirt off his back if that's what you needed at the time.
I would say here's a guy that not only is a true Texan, he has the Texas values, which is honesty, dedication, and high morals.
Whether it's the President of the United States, whether it's a U.S. Congressman, a senator, or if it's an individual that he has known and been with, he always seems to treat people the same, and I really admire him about that.
Everywhere you look, you'll see a piece of Bill Bailey. Anywhere he's needed, he's there. He loves the show with all his heart, and he loves the kids. And I love watching him in Calf Scramble because he's got the Bailey bump.
The Bailey bump.
You know, the kids have been the main reason that he's done this, and he'll tell you that, and I believe that. He and Janice have sponsored a calf in the Calf Scramble for many years. One of the kids that they sponsored that's going to Rice in his senior year was at church with us last week, sitting with us, came in just to be with them, and they stay in touch with Dad and Janice, because who doesn't want to be friends with Bill Bailey?
Hey, Quinn, you're all right. I know Quinn's just out of breath. How does it feel? Look right here. You're looking at people all around the world. How does it feel?
But he's been so great for the show. I'm kind of emotional about that.
When I think of Bill Bailey, I think of the rodeo for me. That's the experience, the sounds of his voice, the way Milo was the Astros for so many years. But what I see in Bill Bailey is not just a lawman and a radio man. I see a guy that really loves his family, he loves this community, and he loves the rodeo. But he loves the rodeo for what it really is, which is not just concerts. It's those kids running around in the dirt, chasing the animals. It's the scholarships, it's the dreams come true. And Bill really conveyed that through his voice every time, every night, consistently. And that's the rodeo. That's Bill Bailey.
Get him, yeah, he's got it.
We just looked at him as kind of a celebrity. I mean, we just grew up with him being on stage and being bigger than life. And he's still bigger than life.
He was an integral part of the show, and I can't imagine the show without him.
You probably hear him before you see him, And I could pick that voice out of a million voices for sure.
I think one thing that Bill's brought to us that probably we wouldn't have had is our relationship with NASA, and Bill's association and friendship with the leaders from NASA, where we'd have a live video from space announcing the rodeo, which nobody else has that, and Bill has to get the credit for bringing that to our show.
Bill was a very compassionate and caring person, and he had a love for the space program, and he had an appreciation for how challenging it was for the individuals to go fly. He was a very good friend of a number of the Apollo astronauts, and actually sent music, country music, to the moon with Pete Conrad. Being a caring and a compassionate person, he was there when we needed him.
Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Do that, Bill. Enjoy your retirement. I wish you the very, very best in the future. You're a good friend. Thank you, buddy.
You just can't replace a guy like Bill Bailey. A lot of great men in this organization. I've been fortunate to meet most of them, but Bill's the one that the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, I think, is going to miss for a long time.
Buffalo Bill Bailey is Bill Bailey, and you and Janice have created a mark on the city of Houston and for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo that none of us are ever going to forget. And we expect to see you out here a lot.
My wife and Bill were classmates. She's very emotional about that, about Bill, and I'm scared she's going to get, dump me. I love him, and I wish that he was able to stay longer. But I think he has made a good decision.
Bill, I just wish you and Janice the best. It's not like a retirement party. I mean, you're still going to be around, so hope to see you just as much as we have in the past, and we won't hear your voice resounding through the stadium as much, but I'll tell you one thing, we expect to see you and have you around for a long time in the future. Thanks. Thanks for you too, Janice.
I wanted to tell him, not only wish him good health, and him and Janice to enjoy their life together even more now, but Bill's living his dream. Keep living your dream, Bill, because we're living it with you.
Well, Bill, you've been a big part of my life, and maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I told Bill that I loved him, and he told me the same thing, and so now when I see each other, I just say I still do.
I want to wish him good health and happiness, and I was in the Navy, and certainly, as we used to say, I hope he's blessed with fair winds and following seas, and I hope that God will always bless Bill Bailey, mi amigo.
Dad, I'm proud of you. I just want you to enjoy your life and kick back and relax and finally do what you want to do.
While I'm sad that Bill Bailey is not going to be what he's been for so many of us for so many years, I'm grateful for the opportunity to thank him for a life of service. And that's really what Bill Bailey represents in my mind, and not just as it relates to the rodeo, but in every aspect of his life in this community. How he's been a father, how he's been a community leader and a lawman, which I think is very important, and what he's done for this rodeo. And I think how many people I speak for when I say, you've made a difference in a lot of people's lives, and on behalf of all of us, Bill, thank you.
Bill and Janice Bailey, you have both given so much to our community and our state. I'll never forget all the kindnesses that you have given to me, but mostly you've been a role model, you've been just a part of so much in our community.
Thank you, Bill, for everything that you've done. We can't even begin to talk about what's the most important contribution you have, but you've certainly been the iconic voice of this show. You will be sorely missed. We'll never be able to replace you, but you'll always be remembered.
To me, when you think of Rodeo Houston, they call it a show with a heart. Bill Bailey embodies that. I don't care if he's giving a kid a Bailey bump in the calf scramble, or he's getting shivers at a military opening. That guy means so much to me because his voice in my ear, back inside the Astrodome asking Emmett to open the gate, is something that will, if there was a Mount Rushmore for this place, I believe his face deserves to be on it.
Bill Bailey, Janice, Miss B, to all the dogs and cats you've ever had, to the horses, the wagons, to everything you've done for us, HLSR. Boyd and I say thank you. When we needed a voice, a pickup, a bada bing, bada buck, bet on a wagon.
Cover your nachos.
Oh, by the way, we ain't quitting you, so don't quit us. We love you.